G'day, how's it going guys? Ezra Hansen here. So I've got another knife review. Hope you guys aren't sort of over knives at the moment, but yeah, I want to show you something that I think that we should all have if we're into camping or hunting, or even if we're just into tramping or whatever, and that is a victorinox Swiss Army knife. This is the the camping model. They've got all sorts. They've got small ones, they've got bigger ones than this. This is a good sort of a mid-size one. Yeah, I've had this for about 3 years. Yeah, the blades on these hold a decent edge, and yeah, this has been left outside and all that sort of stuff, and it's yeah, held up real good and stuff. Yeah, it has all sorts of tools in there, like the file and the scissors. Yeah, I find these are quite good for everyday carry as well, because I think even if you're in a city or somewhere where it's kind of frowned upon to have a knife, these are useful, and I think it's a lot easier to explain. So yeah, so that's a bonus. But as I was saying, I think if you're into camping or hunting or anything like that, obviously don't have this as your main knife if you're hunting, but I think they're ideal for if you've got a first aid kit or a survival kit, which I think everybody should have. Then they're awesome to have in there. You have these attachments that have the little screwdrivers on them, and you can have your emergency bottle opener as well, because you never know when a bear will turn up in the bush, so it's always handy to be prepared. Yeah, I find these are real handy if you're out shooting at the range or whatever, if you need to pry out a shell or something. Yeah, or if something on your rifle comes loose, you'll probably be able to tighten it up with this knife. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the victorinox. Something else I've been thinking about along the lines of the survival kits. When we were at the southern field days, they were giving out these little poncho things, and yeah, when you take them out of the bag, they're essentially like a raincoat. They're just a thin raincoat, but I think if you had one of these in your survival kit or your first aid kit, it could be the difference. Like, you should always have a decent raincoat with you anyway, but if for some situations that you weren't expecting that you'd have to be out overnight or something like that, it could be the difference. Like if you got hypothermia and all that, or if you had one of these, it might just mean that you've got a coldish night outside rather than a dire situation. Yeah, so if you can get a chance at the rugby or whatever to grab a couple extra, I think these are pretty handy. Yeah, so I hope you guys like that, and like and subscribe and all that. Like the Facebook page, the Ezra Hansen Gyushu page, and I'll see you next time.